going on, folks? Uh, Today's vlog is going to be on. It's going to be called rather. Uh, Tear God out, put evil in. That's the name of today's vlog. Tear God out, put evil in. Now, if you know these vlogs already by now, you know the kind of content that I make. You already know why why God is being taken out of your vessel and evil is being put into your vessel. You should know by now. Okay, if you don't know, then we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it right now. So tear God out, put evil in, right? Tear God out, put evil in. Reason why? It's because evil, you have to know, evil is so easy. It's so easy to control. You have to understand. It sticks out like a sore thumb, or it used to. Today, it's flipped around. So much evil activity. It's just everywhere. It's just, evil can just be anything. Just don't even matter. But that's kind of like what the setup is. That's like what the setup is. You know what I'm saying? It's so that you can be easily manipulated and controlled into, whatever it is that you do every day. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to answer to nobody. You don't really have to do nothing. All you'll have to do is just, conduct your evil, activities. And I hear a lot of people sometimes, man, when I do these vlogs, and they be like, man, talk about evil like everybody don't know. You talk about evil like everybody don't know what you talking about. And I'm just like, dude, evil is a part of life. That's a part of life. Everybody know that. But the issue with that is that people throw everything away to evil. They throw it all away. And that's what I got a problem with. Because I wasn't derived from, I was not made out of evil, from evil. That's not what I was made from. I was made from, God, humility, peace, tranquility. That's where I'm from. On both sides of my family. Came from a decent family. So anytime I see somebody that's on that evil shit, I just kind of pray for them like, okay, I hope you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no stranger to it, but I'm not going to vouch for it either. Like, it's just, so, whenever I hear people say, hey, man, you talk about evil, I'm not trying to make you feel bad if you're an evil person or if you do evil practices. Like, if you one of them people that do, you're a part of Masonic lodges. A lot of people say, Masonic is evil. If you're a part of a Buddhist religion, a lot of people say Buddhist is evil. If you're part of a Baptist or Christian, a lot of people say religions are evil because they make you believe a new belief. And they make you think you got a God that's just so much higher and so much better than people and all of this and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the deeper you get into your family is the deeper you start finding out where you come from. And that's why I say I want to get into this tear God out and put evil in. That's why I want to get into this. So, let's see, where do I want to start with this? I want to start here. You know what I'm saying? First off, like I just said on this vlog, it's easy to manipulate. It's easy to control evil. Whenever you pray to God, whenever God free your mind and free your heart and free your life, you are uncontrollable. Your mind sees through everything. You don't need to lie, front, be a fraud. You don't need to do none of that. When God got your mind open, you don't need to do nothing. You don't need nothing. Actually, God will start giving you everything. Like, once God free your mind, and once God opens up your heart and opens up your life and all of this, and He shows you the true vision, and if you follow His directions after He's opened your life and opened your mind up, if you follow His rules in His life, and you start taking the clues and following the hints, He start giving you His shit. Now, I hate to say it like that, but He does. He start giving you what He knows will belong to you. He'll give you your one. He'll give you your lessons, your food, your wife, your everything. He just start giving it to you. So, and he also tests you too, to see if you deserve it. You know, that's what God does. Now, evil on the other hand, evil will also open your mind. Evil will also open your mind. So don't get it twisted. That's why I say it's a lot of people who have the concepts confused about God and evil, and good and evil. Like, they get it to where they don't know which is which. Or you got kids, you know, they watch a lot of cartoons, they see the rappers with all the diamonds and jewelry, which half of them is fake. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but you know, just, they looking nice, they looking rich. Like, that's the whole point of what I'm saying. They looking like God, they looking like superstars or whatever. And the kids want to be them, or the kids watching the cartoons, they don't know the meanings behind none of the cartoons, but it's funny. So it's like, and then kids, they think they doing something good, but have your kids even turning evil. So it's like, no. Like I told you, man. Some parents, they become evil because they have to protect their kids. You have to understand this. I don't condone that. I think you should find a better way to protect your family other than giving your life up, you know what I'm saying? And just becoming a piece of slop, just becoming an animal, just to say, well, I'll do this for my kids, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get a fucking degree. Go learn how to open up a business. Don't there's so many different excuses people got. It's just crazy. Just to take the easy way. But if you did it for your family, and you've been evil, and you know you're doing evil things and all this for your family, then that's different. But I'm talking about if you just a clown, like just an all-out clown, and you just want to be evil because you think it's cool just to be evil. You're not really thinking about the real consequences. Like, you just a kid, you just a baby boy out here, and you just think it's cool to be evil. Oh, I got these shoes, I got the outfits, or I smoke this weed, or I'm lit, and you think it's cool to be evil. And nasty towards people. Those are the people I got a problem with. No. Once again, if you know you playing the game, that's different. If you know you playing the game, that's different. But if you out here and you hurting people's credibility, you out here you fucking up on jobs, you making people of color look stupid, you making the culture look stupid, the real culture, the real community that's an attempt to being built right now. If you get in the way of that, and you can't really focus on what you supposed to be trying to do, and out there you looking like a clown, like I said, you're doing evil because you think that's the trend or whatever, you think that's the cool thing to do, then that's on you. No. I had to get that out the way because, like I said, whenever I start doing these vlogs, people don't think that I actually think about realistic situations. Like, I don't just do this, from my imagination. Like, I do this because I don't feel like people even bring this up. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, either they scared to do it or they just run from situations. Like, I'm tired of running. I used to be one of them. Well, I'ma just get liquor, dude. Or I'ma just ignore all my pain. Or I'll be wondering stuff, but I'll just keep going because for the sake of my job. Like, man, you gotta clock out. When do you clock the fuck out? Okay, you a parent. Your kids gotta go to bed. They gotta go to sleep. Okay, you scared. Okay, one day your nuts gotta grow. Your balls gotta drop one day. So it's like, come on, man, can't do it. But that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about that good. No, tear God out, put evil in. Now, why is that important? Because like I just said, man, for the third time, fourth time. Just told you for the third or fourth time, man. Evil is easily manipulated. It's so easy to manipulate evil. Because evil can open up your mind just like God can. Just like God can open up your mind, so can evil. But God gives you what's meant for you. Evil only gives you what's temporary. It's temporary. You see what I'm telling you? So evil to say, I'll give you food, I'll give you money. But the money be running out and the food be not good for you. God gives you, if you follow his rules, don't forget, God is not as easy as evil. With evil, you can sell your soul, sell your family, do some evil acts, and you will instantly get whatever you want, but it don't last because it's evil. You weren't supposed to have it. God, on the other hand, takes a long time. It takes a long time to follow the road to God. But when he actually does start rewarding you, it's everlasting. Because you earned it. It's yours forever. You don't have to beg and plead and be a snake and wonder when your next scheme about to come. Oh man, I wonder when my next scheme coming. Oh man, I wonder. But you gotta watch it, because evil can also open your mind. But with evil, you have to be more of a fiend. You have to literally fiend for the information. You don't pray. You fiend for it. You got to keep it going. 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 That's called evil. That means you keep reaching for something that ain't yours. You keep trying to get. You keep trying to get. That means it was something that you can't even get. It's not even supposed to be yours. You got to keep fiending for something. Like when God gives you something and you receive it, you're not a fiend no more. You know you got it. You know you got it. You know you got it. You don't have to do nothing no more, man. You pretty much you the man or you the woman. You the it factor. But as I'm telling you, today's culture is not promoting no holy nothing, no God, no nothing. And if you got kids, man, I hope you teaching your kids the difference between evil and good, because there is a difference. I'm sorry to tell you. If you want to live on the United States common sense, if you want to live in the USA's childhood mentality, there's a difference between good and evil. Now, if you want to go as deep into the rules of humanity, good and evil does not exist. It's all about a matter of how you see it, how you think. There's no such thing as good and evil. Now, there's a such thing as consequences and repercussions. That's why I think people even came up with the rules for good and evil. It's like if you kill somebody, now God look at you differently. Okay, he heartless, he not thinking, blah, 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 because you killed somebody. So he put you in a different category. Oh, okay, well, he ain't thinking about something. He wasn't thinking about the repercussions of what I'm looking at. So now you put in a different section. If you go through life and you just, I don't know, you help people who need it or whatever, like you just make anything go. Like if you driving in your car, all right, let's use today's standard. Let's say you driving in your car and you see somebody need help on the side of the road, and you see somebody, and you like, okay, all right, let me see if I'm gonna help them. Let me see if I can help them. And then you get out your car. Now, like I said, this person is a stranger. You don't know this person. You don't know nothing. But you get out your car, and you walk over there, and you like, yeah, man, what's up? What your car broke down, because you see the hood up and everything. God, look at that. You're like, okay, this person risked his life. Okay, this person, he's trying to help a stranger out. Like God keep in mind people who screw people who helping people. God keep in mind. Now, God also know when you're being fake too. He can look into your heart. Like if you give a homeless person a meal, and then you turn right around and you put it on like Instagram, or you put it right on Twitter or Facebook. Yeah, look at me, I'm helping the homeless. Look at me. He like shunning shit like that. Because if you do it, it should be out of your heart. I do it because, hey, I got food stamps, so I'm not really partial to helping somebody out with some shit the government giving me anyway. Like, I'm not understanding how all homeless people don't have food stamps, but that's another story. So, I do it because I remember my situations when I didn't have no bed, no bunk, when I didn't have nowhere to go, nowhere to put my stuff. I was begging, I was scared, and I remember being on the street just standing there for nothing, with no goals, no nothing, and random people walking up to me, and random people giving me random plates of food, and I had to trust it because I was hungry. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I tested and made sure hopefully it was okay, but I just remember being in their boat. Or if you see somebody with no shoes, just like outside, just like, you know what I'm saying, like Nobody is supposed to go through that kind of stuff in the U.S., in the United States. This is supposed to be the land of dreams, the land of opportunity. So you see somebody with, you know, no shoes on their feet. I walk in the store, I'm like, yeah, man, I got stamps. I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna get this dude a cold drink, you know, a nice little snack cake, little snack. That's it. You know, it ain't gotta be all that. You ain't gotta go crazy. Yo, go grocery shopping for. I ain't say all that. I just said this just like a thoughtful gesture. Just like, yo, man, it's hot out here. Here go a cool drink. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no big deal. It's just something that, you know, and sometimes that makes a person's day. So I know that type of thing used to make my day when I used to just be sitting outside for nothing. So, but that's what I mean by there's a difference between having good in your heart, and there's a difference between having deceitful ways and having you know, evil plans and evil gestures and, you know, all of this terrible type you know, plans and stuff that you got. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's like a difference, you know, between all of that. But some people had the patience to understand all of that, and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people just choose to take the quick road. They're like, I'm sorry, bro, I don't have time to study all that and figure all that out. I got a job, I got a family, I got this and that. And you got to understand that, because that's like the respect level, like you sacrifice for your family. But that's also not giving you no excuse either to just remain stupid. Like, after your kids start growing up and they start figuring shit out on their own, now it's time for you to pull back and start getting back to reality. Like, after your kid's not a baby no more, and your kids is 4, 5, 6, now they running around on their own, they can cook their own food. They 8, they 10, they 12, they pretty much waiting to get out of your house, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Or you waiting for them to get out of your house. You know, either way. Now you need to get back to reality. So all the little parent and the little, you know, excuses people had, you know, now you just talking. So now, I'm gonna start getting into the meat of this vlog. When you take God out of a person, when you pull the God out of a person, there is an immediate state of panic. There's a state of panic, because when we walk this earth, we think about our creator. We think about where we came from every day. Now, people who are evil do not think like this. They think they are the creator. They think they are the ultimate worship icon. They believe that they are bigger than God. And I always found that goofy and funny, because I'm like, do you know how small? Do you remember dinosaurs used to roam the earth? Do you remember dragons and shit used to be flapping around here, setting shit on fire? Like, look at animals. Like, even animals are smarter than most people. So it's hard for me to really take people seriously when they say, I'm God, I'm the reality. And I'm like, I just don't believe you. Like, besides your money and your you know, besides your car, whatever fuck, your cars and houses, like, let's say like Bill Gates. Now, the reason why Bill Gates is evil too, but I look at him a little different. Steve Jobs was evil too, but I look at him a little different. Walt Disney, because those people, or those entities, they were or are creators. They had ideas that made them rich. They weren't stupid and just got lucky and signed a deal, or they weren't stupid and just got lucky and found a good job. Like Walt Disney had the idea for Mickey Mouse. He had dreams and thoughts in his head, and that happened to make him rich. Some production company happened to find his art, happened to find his you know, all their films and stories and, you know, drawings and all of that, and they put it on TV, and that's what made him rich. But Walt Disney would have already had that art and sketches. He would have had all of that. He would have had all of that irregardless whether he would have got rich or not. And it's the same with Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs made the operating system in his garage. He wasn't trying to show off to people, yeah, I'm better than people, yeah, I'm better than people. Bill Gates, okay, he did steal the idea of an operating system from Steve Jobs. He definitely stole it, don't get me wrong. But later on, he started to innovate on his own. So ultimately, Bill Gates, he owes his beginning success to Steve Jobs. But after he started up his own operating system, Windows, then he started to figure out different innovative ideas on his own. Okay, well, you know, people are like this. Okay, here's another way I can make money. And he started doing all of this and all of that. So that's what I mean by there's a difference between people who made money because of who they are, made money because of their ideas and creations. Like they made money because it came to them. God put ideas into those people's minds. The world put those ideas into those people's minds. Family put those ideas into those people's minds. So it's like, or even evil. Evil put those ideas into those people's minds. Could have put those ideas. So, what my point is it's not the money that made those three, I'm gonna say, because it's a lot of them. But it's not the money that made those people rich. It's not the money that made those people what they are today. They're not riding around balling because, you know, they hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? They're not riding around balling because they getting child support. Like, no. They balling because they had a talent, they had a skill. They balling because that's what they were. That's what they are. They use their art as what they are. And it brought them riches. There's a difference. The riches is secondary to a creator, you have to understand. Now, you can let riches destroy you. You can let riches destroy you. You can start off a decent, humble artist, and you can sell your first painting. Let's say if I was a humble artist, and I came up with this painting, and this painting made me $1 million. And let's say like I made $1 million off this painting, right? Now let's say I bought Popeyes, I got off probation. I bought my way out of probation. I paid off all of my court fees. They like, okay, you can get off probation early. I done started, just ingesting hella weed. I done started getting, just drunk. I started doing drugs because I got $1 million, right? I got all kinds of pills. I'm getting all these girls all over. I'm having unprotected sex. So now I done made myself sick. You see what I'm saying? So now my brain and my mind, okay, is no longer thinking the same. Okay? So now my art isn't coming off as intuitive. My brain isn't thinking as lucrative or as liquid as it used to. Okay, everything that I'm doing is not coming off as creative as that first painting was that came out. So now all of the fans who bought the first painting, they like, what the fuck happened to him? They like this nigga. They like, hell no, this nigga is just, hell no. I will never buy this nigga shit again. And that's what happens. And then you lose, and then that $1 million don't, especially in today's economy. When you buy one good house, one good car, that's it. The $1 million is gone. The $1 million is gone. One, because the house need furniture. The car need to be completely paid off. You gotta have fees just in case something happens to the car. You gotta have insurance for the house, for the car. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by tearing God out and putting evil in. Especially if you are an artist or some kind of creator, some type of musician, some type of movie writer. Especially, the money can change you and make you into something that's easily moldable, easily formable, easily. You can easily just get formed off money. But that's the agenda, to tear God out. Because think about this. Look at how crazy they made Kanye West, and I'm gonna use him as an example because he's a rare example of a rich man who promotes God. He promotes, I think it's Christianity, I'm not sure, or Baptist. I'm not sure. But he promotes God. He got a Sunday service. He got a whole choir. He flies his choir all around America. Like, he going crazy. He's going crazy. You see what I'm saying? But he's a billionaire. Not only is he rich, he's a billionaire and he's black. Don't forget that too. Those are important aspects to what I'm telling you, man. Important aspects here, I'm telling you. So, I'm going to bring him up because you don't see that a lot. Most people who are rich, they putting on evil. They putting double horns on their head. They doing this. They covering their eye. They walking, they walking around with weird shit. They doing weird shit. You hear about them doing drugs and shit. Like, that's what most rich people, that's what they promote to you, the idiot. Then they go home to their wife and they living like a chump. Then they go home to their wife, they crawling right up under their girl boxers. Because the woman is normally the man in a rich relationship. You gotta think about it. You have to think about it. You have to think about it, man, I'm telling you. They don't want rich people praising God, dude. That message is too powerful. It's too astounding. You no longer need no system when you start praising the real system, which is God, which is first, it's the universe. Then is universal consciousness. Then is God. It's three. God is what helps you on your day-to-day. Universal consciousness is what keeps your mind protected, keeps your mind moving. And the universe is, as we all know, is what put everything together, is what makes anything move. You gotta have those three, man. That's what the system copied and created their own system out of to keep you in prison. To keep it so that your chakras don't bust. To keep it so that when you eat, you're not active enough to burn off all the calories. That's what the system made, a prison, a jail, for you to be essentially, you know what I'm saying, in prison. Like, that's what happened. But that's the whole agenda, to tear God out of your system and put evil into it so that you easily formidable. And when you evil, like I say, everything just seems so easy. You ain't even gotta do nothing. Everything is just flawless to you. And what's crazy is it's hard to tell the difference because God's people have it like that too. But they had to earn it first. I keep bringing that up. If you one of God's people, you had to have earned it, man. You had to have worked hard to acquire a status. Evil people, they come across it easily and they get it easily. So they looking just as powerful as God. And more people want to be evil because don't nobody want to work for it. They like, man, I got the same car he got. I got the same house he got. I'm getting the same money he got. But I'm evil. I got it now. He had to work 10 years, 5 years. He had to do all this and all that. He had to do blood, sweat, and tears. He had to get tired. He had to constantly keep praying over and over just to get the same materials. But then you turn around that next year, that evil person, either mind is gone, or they not living right. They always got bad luck, but they got money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or they in prison. They brain can't think past whatever their little schedule is. They can't really see they can't really like receive, because the universe throws you clues, man. When you connect it to universal consciousness, you can think about everything you see, everything you do, every interaction. The universe can break spells off of you if you know how to pray to it properly, but you have to be careful. You can't just jump straight into the universe and your mind and your body and everything else is not ready. You have to wean yourself off of whatever evil. When all of us was born, we was all bought and all born into some kind of evil, especially if you was born within the 60s and 70s and the 80s, when TV was getting big and radio and all of these media had really first started coming out, and You know, when takeout food was really getting, that's when all of that really first started booming. The 60s and 70s and 80s, especially if you was born in. Because you really start learning the meaning of, oh, I don't really need to do nothing. Oh, like all of that spirituality had left, because once you turn on the radio, it's like your whole life changed. You start hearing voices. Once you turn on the TV, it's like your life is gone. Now you enter what's in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, so those two things start changing life drastically on the religion front. It's like, it's almost like, who needs God? I could just watch this TV and copy these people and learn everything I need to know. But that's not how real life is, and that's kind of what happened to a lot of people. Not to mention when the government found out, oh, that's what these people been doing? Oh, if that's the case, then, oh, we about to make all this programming evil. Oh, if that's the case, then, oh, we about to control all of this. Next thing you know, fast forward to 2022, every time you turn on the radio, it's some ignorant message. Every time you watch TV, it's some type of ignorant, demonic brainwashing. It's some people who can't even function right, but they on TV trying to act like it's crazy. Now you got everybody who ignorant, they can't do this, they can't do that. But these days, like I say, it's a little different, because it got real bad in the 90s and in the 2000s. It got real bad because it was just like it's like the threshold had just broke open on movies and all of that. And video games, like, it took over. It was just a new industry. And the government, they couldn't really like control it, because they like, okay, you know, these companies, you know, it's only been so much creativity we can take out of this. You know, it's like, but when the internet got introduced to all of this media and all of this video games and movies, like, you can go to Netflix now. You don't have to necessarily go to a theater. You know, the video game, you can get on the internet now and just play somebody. You don't necessarily got to go to their house. So it's like, you know, when the government started learning about how all of those behaviors start going, they start saying, oh, okay, so we can start using this to actually start sheeping people. You can start turning people into sheep, because the more you move, the more you experience life on your own, the more you don't have to, you know, beg and plead, because you already with your own spirit. Your spirit is providing for you. You don't have to beg and plead nobody for nothing. You got your own spirit. So it's like, no, that's not to say don't be me, because I told you, I don't feel like everybody is against me, but I don't feel like everybody can understand, man, like, the struggles that I go through every day. So I'm not really this super share type. I'm not the type to just go out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and find some people to talk to today. I'm gonna go out and share my life and share my spirit today. That's not really my style yet. I can't afford to do that yet. I'm in a sensitive state. And I also know what's happening with people. A lot of times I get real pissed and real personal, like when I see people that I know should know better than that. When I know people should be doing better than that. I know you should know better than that. I know you know better than that. I know you ain't just that dumb to just sit back and accept, you know, certain things to be happening to you like that. Why are you accepting it? You just accept that? Come on, man. And then what's crazy is I'm evil because I stopped saving people. I used to save people. Hey, you missed something. Hey, you forgot about something, so I stopped doing it. I just started letting people jump in the fire. You want to hop in the fire and get burnt? Now I find it funny. You should be smart enough by now. I mean, you got burnt once, you got burnt twice. I don't know. You remember me saving you last time. Like, it's crazy. Like how many more times do I have to? But that's my fault though, man. That's my fault. Somebody literally is trying to change the message that I put out. Even as a child, man, believe in yourself, believe in God, man. Evil is a strong entity out here. You don't want to go to the end of evil, I'm telling you. You don't want to make it to the end of your life talking about, yo, I worship evil all my life. Then want to try to hurry up and switch to God before you die. You don't want to do that. Now, like I said, this world, like I said, if you want any real money, though, you you have to get down with evil to a certain extent. Just like I said earlier, walking down here to do this vlog. You do have to get down with evil, man. I tell you, man, to a certain extent. But that don't mean sell your entire existence to evil. That's why I said your strength with God. God knows you. God knows what you can handle. God knows what you're doing. He know you trying to be evil. He know you trying to be sneaky. We all born in sin, dude. That's what this life is. Adam, what was it? Eve ate the apple. What was it? The serpent tricked the lady. Then the lady tricked the man. It's all a game. Everybody know this. Everybody know you want to drink wine and relax. Everybody know. Everybody know you want to have sex and you want to do this and that. Everybody know. Everybody know you like to overeat. You like to fill your belly. Everybody know this. Everybody know you like to enjoy your shows. That's all sin. Everybody know you like to talk about people. That's a sin. You're not supposed to do that. Everybody know you like spending your money. That's a sin, man. You want to feel good. You want to seem like an icon to people. You want to run around like you can control people and this and that. That's a sin. You're not allowed to be no icon. Only God is the biggest icon ever. He's the only thing we all supposed to be worshiping. Everybody else is little minuscule, little rats. Everything else is supposed to be a little roaches to you. The only thing you ever supposed to look up to is God. That's the only thing you're supposed to look up to. The sun, the sky, that's the only thing you're supposed to be looking up to, man. As soon as you start looking up YouTube videos and looking at stars and Jay-Z and all that, you're sinning. You're sinning. I don't care how you look at it. As soon as you look up Beyonce's new album, you are sinning. You've been set up. That's the way this country is. You set up. I don't care how holy you are. But you have to take control. You don't let the industry, or you don't let media, you don't let music control you. That's our problem. We put it on and it sweep our soul away. We put it on, our spirit done disappeared, got lost and deleted somewhere, because we done got so carried away. And it's the same with our jobs. We work like slaves at jobs. We be forgetting what the main point of life is. You done forgot how to recoup your own destiny. You know you got your own treasures. The only money is not your paycheck. You done forgot how to pay yourself. You gotta wake up and praise yourself in the morning, man. Praise your brain. Get your brain working right. Pump your brain with blood so that you can think properly. Pump your vision, clear your vision so you can see. Pump your heart so you can pump, so your body can get oxygen. Blood and oxygen are a match for each other. Pump your vessel, man, so you can actually be something to somebody and not just be somebody to the mirror or be somebody to the Instagram. You gotta actually be somebody to somebody. And it don't take much, just be yourself. That don't mean go out and be God. I'm God, nah. I'm huge, yeah. I'll take over everything. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's cool. But you gonna get tired. You gonna get hurt, trust me, just trying to be God. That's why the agenda is to tear God out of you. They don't want you having God in your life. That's why they confusing everybody, man. I'm telling you, man. They making people believe it's cool to disrespect people. They making people believe it's cool to be a racist. They making people believe it's cool to be a prejudice, to be an idiot, to be a gangster, to be a nerd, to be a dud, whatever you call it, to be a hoe, to be all these negative stereotypes, to be a slut, a bimbo. They got people thinking it's cool. It is not cool to do that. You are throwing your life away when you join the stereotypical world. And then when you get tired of being that stereotype, now you want to try to run back and say, well, that's not the way I was. Yes, it was. We all seen you. I know it because they try to get me like that. I'm the king of the stereotype. Before all of this internet came out, I was already changing stereotypes like Rolodexes. Believe me. Because I like all different kinds of music. That's what started it all for me. That's what started all of it. Music and movies. That's what started it all. And then I got into video games later on my own. My parents provided me with video games and stuff, and I started getting into it on my own. The dream realm and other worlds and astral planes, that's what started all of that. But music is what did it. You listen to some rock and roll, you feel like rock and roll. Listen to some R&B, you feel cool and laid back. Listen to some rap music, feel like destroying somebody, you could destroy somebody's character. You listen to some alternative music. I don't know. You feel like doing some alternative stuff. I don't know. You just feel different ways. It's like a mind control. It's a mind control, man. But nobody is really, they're not really paying attention. They're not really focused. They can't handle it. They can't control it. They're too fiendish. They keep forgetting what the main goal is. And it's hard for me to talk to people because and it's like I can see instantly. Like I see too clearly to be out here. People that's out here, they're in a dream state. They're not really out here living a real life. They in a dream and they know it though. That's what I mean by like they smart about it. They out here, but they like in a dream life. They're not really, you know what I'm saying? They're not really claiming that they, you know, they not stupid, but they're not actually out here, man. But you gotta watch it, cause I'm telling you, that dream state ain't no joke, Johnny. Ain't no joke, Johnny. I'm telling you, ain't no joke. That dream state ain't no joke. You can easily get swindled by the devil. Easy. You can easily get swindled by you need before you pray. Better hope God give you a good dream. I'm telling you, man, start living every day like you about to die. I'm telling you. This COVID, dude, is crazy, dude. It's killing people. If you're not praying, if you're still out here like a fool. And I keep telling people, man, it's not about the clothes. It's not about the gear, the fashion. It's not about none of that, man. It's not about none of that. Get real about your own life. Because that is the goal. You better start understanding that. They don't want you praying to God at all. They don't want you believing in God at all, dude. That's a problem. Smart people, they doing like this. We ain't saying nothing. You rarely ever see smart people get mad. Excuse me. Right. You rarely ever see a smart person get upset. You rarely ever see a smart person really even getting into trouble. Because they know they got God. It's these evil people that want to start shit every day because they upset and wondering what's wrong. And they dumbass done picked up the wrong fucking behavioral patterns. Well, in order for me to get some attention, I gotta do something stupid. No, you don't. And then evil people, right? They done became so evil. They don't have the patience to pray no more. I'm telling you, dude, the reason why I know all of this is because I did it. I was there. I was born of God. You have to understand. I was born of the real God too. Not that Baptist, not that Christian. I was born of the universe. I was one of a kind. Everybody hated me. Everybody loved me. People hated being around me. People loved being around me. I was one of them kind of people. I started running into the wrong people. Lost faith. Right? Start partying. And that's what happened, man. I ran into a family that ain't had no God. Not one drop of God, but you would think they did because of how they copied people. They seemed like they was holy and fearful and all this, humble. No, they was just copying other people so they could seem normal. So I know about all of that. I know about all of that, man. I know about every drop of that. Every last drop. So the best thing you can do is, I'm telling you, man, right, you have to have patience. If you're in an evil state, you need to start praying now. You're not going to get no answer tomorrow. You're probably not even going to get an answer next week, but you have to keep praying. No matter how bad you feel, no matter how shitty people treating you, no matter your situation, you in jail, you just, you got a shitty job, you tired of doing certain stuff, you got a terrible relationship, you got a violent man, you got a violent woman in your life. You have to pray to God. He will give you answers, but you have to be consistent. You have to be honest. You have to be 100% uh, dedicated. You have to be dedicated. A lot of us, we start praying, and then we start realizing how hard it is to pray, because what we do is we start seeing how evil our vessels have become. And God, he answers prayers when he can see your prayer. When he can see you praying is when he starts to answer. You have to realize your own wrongdoings before God can ever see you. Because he's not going to just help anybody. He's not just going to help anybody. And when I say anybody, I said that wrong. God will help anybody, but you have to show God that you want the help. You have to prove to God that you need his assistance. He don't listen to people that say, help me, God, help me, God. He don't listen to that. He actually pays attention to somebody who's consistent. So if you saying, help me, God, and you saying, help me, God, every night, and you saying, help me, God, every night for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, now God is probably listening. And that's just the beginning of it. Just talking to God is the beginning. Then you have to start pinpointing your problems. Then you have to start talking to God with honesty. You have to start admitting to God where your faults are. God, I overeat. God, I know, I rush through a lot of things, God. I know I rush through a lot of things. Like, you have to start talking to God at that point, once you get his attention. But it's hard to get it because, like I said, life is so evil by itself. Before you even start up being evil on your part, before you even begin to even be your own evil way, life is already evil. Like I say, out the gate, you already ushered into sin instantly. It's TVs, all of that's evil, man. Similac, all of that is a factory-made milk. That ain't from your mama. That's a sin. You putting the sin right in your body as soon as you're born. So it's like, you put Pampers on. That ain't natural. Pampers is a sin. You supposed to learn. When you use the bathroom, you supposed to use the bathroom freely. That's not the way we was born to put a pamper on there. All of that is a sin, man. We was born instantly into sin, dude. And that's how they got us all. If we don't keep sinning, we're not going to. That's why I say you have to take control. You have to let God know your honest form, so that when you come out here and you start looking at this life and you start becoming some of these evil entities and you start scaring yourself, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. Trust me, man. You start letting God know, hey, look, God, I'm getting weak. I'm getting weaker and weaker, God. I'm getting weaker and weaker, I'm telling you. I'm getting too weak, man. You start telling them, like, look, God, I done rolled past McDonald's all month. God, I done kept the Xbox off for 2 months, God. I've been working out all month. I've been working out for the last 6 months, God. I want to give it a break. I just want to take one break, God. Like, you gotta be. It starts with the small things, man. Then, of course, after you get your life all the way together, you're working out every day, or you're working out 3 days a week. You cut a lot of meats out of your diet, eating a lot more salads. People not crashing into each other. Anyway, yeah. Even when you get to the point where you got like a nice schedule, you got to start praying about relationships. God, please protect me from people who may hurt me. Please, God, protect me from people who may want to put harm into my life. Please, God, show me how to deal with people, because you can't always run from people. You cannot always run from people. That is our problem. We got phones and technology. All we think we can do is run. You cannot run. You have to stop that. And life ain't always gonna be easy. Get ready to fight. And when God do start answering your prayers, don't start crying. Don't start getting upset. Cause see, you've been living evil for so long. I'm trying to tell you, you so easily broken into an evil life, cause it's just so easy. All I gotta do is get my paycheck. All I gotta do is as long as I get that money, I get some soap, I get some food. What happens when your check is gone? Now you gotta beg the government. And the government laughing. They laughing at you every day. Look at this crackhead. Look at this fiend. Exactly. But that's how they want you. They really don't not want you working. That's too much power. Pay attention, man. Heed my words, man. They tearing God out of your life and they putting evil into your life. They want you to be an evil entity. And I told you to. I tried to tell you. The more evil people that are down here conducting evil activities, all that energy is going into the dark realm. That's where they want everybody to go when they die. I'm trying to tell you. Sound like a comic book, man. It sounds like something that's unbelievable. This sounds like some real anime type ish to a lot of people. It's really not. It's really reality. They taking away people's destinations, dude, based off this little life. I'm gonna make a whole nother vlog about that though. I ain't even gonna try to squeeze that into this vlog. But for right now, yo, you need to at least start out. And if you already got your faith on point, you come outside, you feeling great, right? Don't be letting people get all into your feelings. People can't get up under your skin because you already know who you are, right? No matter how much money you got, I don't care if you walked out the homeless shelter, right? You done prayed all night. God got you feeling fresh. He done gave you his nature shower. He done cleared your head. I don't care if you coming out your own mansion. I don't care where you coming out. If you got God on you, man, look, it's time for you to start helping other people. Stop being scared. A lot of people who got the faith, they get to running away from society. Well, people out there are evil. Well, people out there are evil. We the only ones that's doing any good. Man, get out of here, man. You're not really God, because when God had the power, read the Bible. He went traveling. It wasn't about him when he received his ability. It wasn't about him no more. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's exactly how I was. Up until I messed up, I'm not gonna lie. Now I gotta put my life back together, which I'm in the process. It's a progression bar. I have to wait until the lows all the way up. So I mean, but then you realize it's not about you. It's time for you to come out of your shell. It's time for you to stop being scared. It's time for you to start putting yourself in situations and receiving God's big blessings. Big blessings. Because now that you got the house, you got the mansion or whatever, now that you got all the cars, all the boats, all the food, whatever you want, your family is well taken care of, your health is great. Now it's time for you to go out here and really start, looking at situations and seeing what's up with people, and seeing what's up with what you can do with them. You see? But it's a lot of people who turn evil on that, just like I just told you. Oh no, I'm not about to get my hands dirty. I did what I had to do. I only go out there to get my mail and fill my car. I'll go out there, put gas in my car, and go back home. Man, get out of here, man. You got all that power for nothing. You a waste. You another waste. I mean, you might not be going right to hell. You know what I'm saying? You might not be going directly to the dark realm. But you still a waste to us. And you still gonna have to take a visit because everybody watching. So your soul is saved. So now now you running around, all you claiming is you better than everybody. Man, get out of here, man. But that's all I wanted to say about that though, man. How can you avoid having God torn out of your body? I told you have to pray. And everybody prays different. I don't know, some people was Christian raised, some people was church raised, some people was raised in the Bible book for book, verse for verse. They know every line, they know for everything that's happening on earth, there's a verse in the Bible and all that. Some people was raised to pray about everything, to walk in prayer, to learn how to make everything a prayer. Some people was raised that they got to pray with somebody, that they have to be in the presence of other people in order to pray. They can't do it by themselves. They have to have a companion or a partner, or someone else has to witness them praying. It's all about how you pray. Some people pray over their food. Some people gotta, eat a, certain meal. They have to fill their vessel with something in order to pray. Some people gotta use water. It's all kinds of ways to pray. Some people pray to the spirits. Some people don't believe it's a spirit. Some people, they just use they simply use their earth to pray. They go outside, they pray, things start happening for them. It's all kinds of ways. Some people got to get into a lot of trouble to pray. They think everything's good up until they get into some real trouble, like life-threatening or, you know what I'm saying? Now they prayer kick on. So, but you have to pray, man. That's how I feel about that. That's how I think you can avoid having God torn out. If you already had God torn out of your vessel and they put evil into your vessel, if they already did it to you, how do you get out? How do you escape? How do you get back to normal? How do you get back to your reality? You have to pray. Even with evil sitting in your body. Even with problems and disarray and peril and trouble and turmoil is happening, you still have to pray as hard as it is. Because you might think God is not looking because there's so much trouble. God could not be paying attention. God cannot be looking at this earth with COVID. 8 million people dead, 12 million people dead. Ain't no way God down here. That's how people feel. But see, these are the times God is really testing. Because that means anybody can be dead. I could be dead now. I could have COVID now. Anything can happen to me now. Somebody can come kill me now. I could have organ failure. Now, I could go to jail and die right now. I could go to jail right now. They can send me to jail and I can die in jail. Anything can happen to I can get into a car accident. It could be a sniper dude just on top of the building just shooting people. Just because they feel like shooting people. Anything can happen to any other. Somebody could get on the bus and just, uphold the whole bus and shoot the whole bus. Anything can happen. So you have to pray irregardless of the situation. You have to pray and you have to learn how to keep it real within your life. That's what I think the biggest thing is with all of us. I think we all got these super high standards because, like I say, we all want to be the best that we can be or whatever, or we think God sent us to teach everybody a lesson and all that. You got to teach yourself a lesson first. You can't just come straight out the gate, yeah, I'm huge, yeah, I'm this and that. That's like a judge. If you a judge, okay, so we instantly see that that's your, that's your place to judge people's lives. Instantly. You are the judge. You decipher where my life is going. You know what I'm saying? You decipher whether you think I'm good or evil. You decipher whether you think I should deserve this or deserve that. So we know that part. That's easy. But the next part comes is, where's your morality? Does your power take control of how you judge people? Do you let race take control of how you judge people? Do you let your own life's woes and problems get in the way on how you judge people? Do you let the city and the system get in the way? Do you honestly, fairly judge people? Do you just get swindled? Do you allow yourself to be a puppet? Well, wherever it swindled me, that's what I'm the judge. It's up to you. If your position is a councilman, if your position is a mayor, a president, do you make sound judges? Do you make sound decisions? Do you make decisions for the people, the vast majority of the people? Do you make those kind of decisions, or do you only do what's going to make a change for the temporary time? Because that's how we got into all this trouble in the first place. When evil, we just start accepting it. It's just evil with my vessel. I guess I'll just continue to be evil. No, get that shit out. You gotta pray. You still gotta live your life. Don't get me wrong. You can't starve because it's evil in your vessel. You can't go hungry because evil is in your vessel. You have to pray and get it out eventually. But you have to feed yourself smaller increments. Just don't let food take over your whole life. Watch how you feed yourself. Don't just go off and just kill yourself because you feel like, oh, I'm evil, I'm gonna kill my whole life. Oh, nah, dude, nah. So that's how I feel about that, man. To stop them from tearing God out and putting evil in your life, you have to pray, man, but you have to be honest. It's real hard to be honest out here. There's so many different ways you can lie, so many different ways you can steal from people, so many different ways you don't have to be honest. There's so many different ways you can sneak around. There's so many different ways you can get away from people, avoid people. There's so many different ways you don't have to deal with people no more. And like I said, we're in the ultimate era of dismissing people. The ultimate era. That's all we do is dismiss people. As long as I get my money, as long as I got this little shenanigan game, as long as I can scare you, as long as I can beat you, as long as I don't have to respect you, that's all that people do. As long as I hold this position, as long as I got this power, as long as you can't do nothing to me, as long as you don't find out what I'm doing, as long as I'm doing something you don't know what I'm doing. That's like most people, that's like the most thing that, people say. As long as I'm doing something you don't know what I'm doing. So That's how I feel like you get out of that though. Pray you get your real power. You really start finding some stuff out. You really start finding some stuff out. Tell them. So that's how I feel about that. What's the next vlog gonna be about? Ooh wee. The next couple vlogs are tougher vlogs, cause like I say, I really wanna, like, you know what I'm saying? I really like to know and feel confident within my ability to talk about this stuff. So I know like what I want to talk about, but it's just so tough and it's so it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to just spark it up, start talking about it, and then all of a sudden I get stuck or jumbled up, or I'm lying, or I start running into, like, you know, different roadblocks and all this and all that. So what I want to do is get myself ready, because like I said, the next couple vlogs are like that One World Government vlog. That One World Government vlog is serious. That One World Government is serious. That NWO, that New World Order, yeah, dude, they using these online techniques, dude, to lock this shit down, dude, I'm telling you. They figure since we can all see each other and get a hold of each other with this internet, it didn't used to be like that. They getting ready to lock this shit down. You know, that one world, you know, currency, ain't nobody gonna have dollars no more. All your money gonna be on the internet. All your money gonna be deposited in credits. It ain't gonna be no more pennies and dollars, and ain't gonna be no more of that. Going outside to go do stuff, go to the movies, going outside to go to the drive-thru, ain't gonna be no more of that. Everything you do is going to be on your phone. You want McDonald's, they delivering. They bringing it to your doorstep. You want to see a movie, you streaming it. You ain't going. So the only thing that's really going to be left is like going to the beach. That's really going to be like the only thing left. Or going on like nature walks, like throughout parks and shit like that. It's really going to be the only thing left. But coming out here to go to these businesses to shop like the old school way, like places like Walmart, they're gonna be shut down. Amazon gonna shut them down. But Walmart already losing sales already. Dude, COVID closed all the theaters and ain't no point in reopening. I mean, unless they're a big theater like AMC or something like that, then that'd be a little bit different. But yeah, dude, ain't no real point in even you know, going through all of that. It's like, nah, it's like, nah, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that One World Government is a serious vlog, and I don't want to bring it up because I'm not even quite ready. I just know kind of what the topic is and stuff like that. But I don't really like know life for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know what I'm talking about instantly. Like, nah, it's so much that go into that, man. But like I say though, they are already getting ready. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, dude. I also want to do a vlog about sovereignty too, like Southerners. I also want to do a vlog about that because they live under a totally different pretense as far as law and all of that. Like they got a thing where they say like the land is theirs and it's legal for them to have nothing or something. It's crazy. Like it's legal for them to not have no license, no nothing. They ain't gotta have no birth certificate, social security card. They ain't gotta have nothing. So I'm gonna research that and look into that too, man. But until then, as usual, y'all keep cool, man. See y'all on the next one. Deuce up.